Today, we're diving into the lives of Catherine and Irving Thalberg Jr., the children of absolute Hollywood royalty, the Queen of MGM, Norma Shearer, and the legendary boy wonder producer, Irving Thalberg Sr. You might expect their lives to be carbon copies of their parents' fame and fortune. But what if I told you they chose paths so different, so unexpected, that they almost seem to have stepped out of a completely different script? Number 2. Irving Thalberg Jr. Born on August 25, 1930, in Los Angeles, this kid was literally Hollywood nobility. His dad, Irving Thalberg Sr., was a production genius at MGM, the brains behind countless classic films, a true boy wonder. His mom, Norma Shearer, was an Oscar-winning superstar, the epitome of 1930s glamour. Imagine growing up in that world. But Irving Sr.'s life was tragically short. He died of pneumonia in 1936, when Irving Jr. was only 6 years old. That's a massive loss, especially when your father is already a legend. Norma Shearer eventually remarried a former ski instructor, Martin Aruge, and retired from acting in 1942. So, while Irving Jr.'s early life was steeped in Hollywood, it also shifted. The weight of a name like Thalberg could have been crushing. Would he become a producer, an actor? Nope. Irving Jr. chose a path almost diametrically opposed to the glitz of Hollywood. He became a philosopher. He went to the prestigious Institut Le Rose in Switzerland, known as the School of Kings, and then to Stanford University, where he earned a PhD in philosophy in 1960. This wasn't just dabbling, this was a serious commitment to a life of the mind. His academic career was distinguished. He taught philosophy at Oberlin College from 1960 to 1963, had a brief stint at the University of Washington, and then, in 1965, he joined the University of Illinois at Chicago, UIC. He stayed at UIC for 22 years, becoming a long-serving and respected professor in their philosophy department. It's interesting that he dedicated so much of his career to a large public urban university, perhaps reflecting a personal value in making intellectual pursuits accessible. So, what kind of philosophy did he do? Irving Jr. wasn't just hiding in an ivory tower, he was tackling big questions. His work covered areas like philosophy of action. What does it mean to act, to be responsible? His 1972 book, Enigmas of Agency, Studies in the Philosophy of Human Action, dive deep into this. Philosophy of emotion and mind. How do our perceptions, emotions, and actions connect? His 1977 book, Perception, Emotion, and Action, A Component Approach, explored this. He also wrote a third book believed to be titled Misconceptions of Mind and Freedom. Epistemology, the theory of knowledge. He even defended the traditional justified true belief theory of knowledge when many others were abandoning it, showing he wasn't afraid to go against the grain. Applied ethics. He wasn't just stuck on abstract ideas. In 1973, he wrote an article called Reverse Discrimination and the Future, tackling the thorny issue of affirmative action. His colleagues respected him. He was known for his intellectual rigor and his wide-ranging interests. It's clear he found genuine fulfillment in the world of ideas, far from the Hollywood spotlight his parents commanded. Personally, Irving Jr. was married twice. First to Suzanne McCormick in 1956, with whom he had 3 daughters, Shoshana, Deborah, and Alana. They divorced in 1969. His second wife was Deborah Pello, an accomplished anthropologist and professor at Syracuse University. This suggests his personal life, like his professional one, was deeply connected to the academic world. Tragically, Irving Thalberg Jr.'s life was also cut short by cancer. He passed away on August 21, 1987, in Syracuse, New York, at the age of 56. But his legacy lives on, especially at UIC. The university established the Thalberg Memorial Lecture Series in his honor. Number 1. Catherine Thalberg. Born June 14, 1935. In Santa Monica, Catherine's early life was also under the shadow, or perhaps the glow, of her famous parents. Like her brother, she lost her father when she was incredibly young, just 1 year old. Catherine was, as she described it, raised on the beach. But her formative years also involved strapping on skis. She learned to ski in Sun Valley, Idaho, at the age of 3, shussing down slopes with people who would later become key figures in Aspen, like Friedel Pfeiffer. These early experiences planted a seed. Her father, Irving Sr., was an inveterate reader, and this love for books clearly passed down to Catherine. Her third husband, Bill Sterling, shared a lovely image of young Catherine. Would be dropped off at the bookstore in Beverly Hills, and they'd pick her up 6 hours later. Talk about foreshadowing. Her education was impressive and international. She attended schools in France and Switzerland for 3 years, becoming so fluent in French she could pass for a Parisian. After graduating from the Westlake School for Girls in Beverly Hills, she attended Vassar College and Stanford University, eventually earning a bachelor's degree in English literature from UCLA, with a minor in psychology. Catherine's professional life didn't start in film either. After her first marriage, she worked writing scripts for the new medium of television. A different kind of storytelling than her father's, but storytelling nonetheless. The big turning point came in 1973. After divorcing her second husband, actor Richard Anderson, with whom she had 3 daughters, Ashley, Brooke, and Dava, Catherine moved to Aspen, Colorado. She'd spent a winter there before and loved it. When she couldn't buy an existing bookstore, she decided to open her own. And in 1975, Explore Booksellers was born, housed in a charming old Victorian on Main Street. Explore Booksellers wasn't just a shop, it was a passion project. Catherine was deeply dedicated to the world of ideas and a fierce defender of the First Amendment. The store, with its carefully curated collection and personal service, became a cultural landmark, the literary heart of Aspen. As Bill Sterling put it, her father told stories through films, and Catherine made her mark in life by starting this bookstore. But Catherine didn't stop there. In 1989, she remodeled the attic of Explore and opened the Explore Bistro, Aspen's first vegan eatery. This was a bold move back then, and she stuck to her principles, resisting pressure to serve meat even if it meant less profit. This showed her pioneering spirit and deep commitment to her beliefs. Those beliefs really came to the forefront with her activism. Irving Thalberg became a major voice in the animal rights movement. Her most famous battle was the 1989 campaign to ban fur sales in Aspen, an initiative that became known as the Fur Fight. Her husband, Bill Sterling, was mayor at the time, and together they spearheaded this movement. It drew worldwide attention. Explore Booksellers even became a target for pro-fur picketers. For someone described as private, even reclusive, to lead such a public and controversial fight showed the depth of her conviction. She headed the Society for Animal Rights in Aspen from 1989 and continued to speak out on animal welfare issues for years. Her decision to open a vegan bistro perfectly aligned with this passionate advocacy. Catherine was married 3 times, first to ski racer Jack Reddish when she was 18, then to actor Richard Anderson, the father of her 3 daughters. Though they divorced, they remained lifelong friends. Her third husband was Bill Sterling, whom she met in Aspen and married in 1986. They shared a life in Aspen's West End, filled with their beloved dogs. Catherine continued working at Explore Booksellers even after being diagnosed with inoperable lung cancer in 2003. She worked until just a month before her